Hey guys, I'm Luke Soderling, winner of Discovery Channel's The Wheel. And with me today I have Teal from Naked and Afraid. And Teal's going to show me a few things about this amazing stuff. We have kudzu behind us. It just grows everywhere. So what we're looking at here is a flower. Is that right, Teal?
Yeah, this is the flower from the kudzu plant.
What do we do with this thing?
It's
like, I know it's smelly.
Mm-hmm.
It smells like grapes.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
This fantastic. This flower here can be used for jellies, inks.
Because when you're in a survival situation, the first thing you want to do is make jam or jellies. Yes, exactly.
So the flowering part of the kudzu plant is edible. The leaves and the roots. What does it taste like? Great?
No. When you're in a survival situation, finding things that taste a little bit sweet is amazing. I mean, the first time you find something that it's like, that's fantastic.
Actually, it tastes great.
Yeah,
and
it's not too bad.
The kudzu plant in general has a kind of a snow pea taste to it. So if you think about sweetness in regards to that, but identification of your kudzu is pretty easy. You see the leaf pattern you have here. It's very telltale. So you have the top leaf here is symmetrical, and then the two side leaves kind of look like gloves off to the side.
Oh, interesting. And you can eat these too?
Yes. And so you can eat them raw, like spinach, or you can also use them in quiches. You can
Another
saute
survival
them.
quiche. Very important tip right there. Yep, you got to make your survival quiche.
Yeah, you can saute them up. You can just do them over a fire with some animal fat too. Would be great.
It gets kind of pulpy, so
Yeah.
I think if you were to cook
younger
it,
ones, yeah.
Yep, and yeah, definitely these are huge. So here's a smaller one, like this right here. And this is a delicate one here.
It's got a bit of a texture that's a bit fuzzy, so
Yeah.
palatable. In a survival situation, you can eat it raw, but in reality, you want to cook it.
And then I guess the little shoots here too, right? Is that the?
Uh-huh.
I think you are able to eat the little.
I must say that the taste of the flower is probably the most preferable.
Yeah,
at this
by
point.
far. But after you haven't eaten for a while, you know, it's great. They're pretty little flowers.
They are. They're beautiful.
So there's other things we can use with this. I guess we were talking about. If you don't like your partner in Naked and Afraid or something like that, you can. Are there other uses
For the cordage?
for the cordage?
Well, you have to see. So it's although it's a vine, it is not like its tensile strength is probably pretty limited.
Well, the straight pieces seem to be pretty strong, but wherever there's a joint here, it's
Yep.
a little rough. But it'll work in a pinch, you know, for some
Absolutely.
things. And there's tons of it. I mean, look at it.
Oh,
Stuff
yeah,
just grows
so-
everywhere. It's so invasive.
So one of the big
And
things.
look, I mean, it takes over the trees, and it's just amazing.
The kudzu plant was brought here in 1876 by the Japanese. It was designed to be a food for the livestock, as well as helped the soil from.
Yeah, like erosion control.
Yep, erosion
Yeah,
control,
right.
exactly. So the erosion control is one of the biggest facets of the kudzu that's a benefit. But you can see here on the side of this hill here how invasive it really is. It's literally, they call it the vine choking the south, or the vine that's killing the
I
south.
think it grows like 14 inches a day. It's just insane. You can watch this stuff grow.
It changes the entire landscape. But you can certainly see how it goes all the way up trees, through the branches, up slick trunks. Everything there's nothing it can't overcome.
All right, so this kudzu is amazing stuff. I mean, we got the leaves we can eat, we got the flowers we can eat, and I guess there's even this root stuff you can eat. Now, apparently, I think on the bigger, more mature ones, you have a bigger root system, but right down here, this is actually like a tuber, kind of like a potato sort of thing, and I guess you can grind this up, and then you can make like a powder out of it, or you can just cook it as it is and eat this thing. So, a lot of benefits of this. I mean, what else can we do with this stuff? Can you build with it, I guess?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about cordage. Obviously, with the nice broad leaves, there's very few in our typical deciduous forest that have broad leaves like this. So, utilizing this in a cover for a debris shelter would be certainly a viable option.
So, I mean, you can just grab this stuff and pull it. And it just comes out in huge chunks of it. So, I mean,
And
this
honestly,
would make
just having something like that we don't have to use. You don't have to use your machete to harvest makes a big difference as well, because it's less time that you have to invest.
Which is calories.
Gathering supplies.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, honestly, you can see as the leaves are extremely broad. So and even in different situations, depending on what direction you use them, they would certainly help with redirecting any kind of rain.
So there's so many great things you can use with this kudzu. I mean, you can eat the leaves, you can use the flowers to make jellies and jams out of in your survival situation. That's very important. Can't forget that. You can make a very big edible shelter. There's so many great options with kudzu. This is awesome. I always saw stuff, just saw it was invasive, thought it was terrible, and I know people have like goats and stuff that eat it.
Yeah,
but
and
I
actually
didn't
they
think-
release there's specific beetles that they release down here a few times a year that actually counter it, because it is an invasive thing. But there's this is the silver lining to
right.
to the kudzu plant.
So if you're in the southern half of the country that is
Which I've
covered
been. Yes.
in kudzu, you have a pretty endless supply of food source there, so it's not a bad option.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, thanks for doing this. This is a lot of fun.
That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Check out Teal on Naked and Afraid. You can find her on Instagram and follow her on there, and keep following our YouTube channel and watch out for more videos on the quest for survival knowledge. We'll see you guys later.